Hey YouTube, it's me again, and here is chapter 19. Like I said, chapter 18 was so short, so I'm gonna roll right into chapter 19. So here we go. And how are you doing? I hope you guys are okay. I hope you're enjoying my videos. God knows I'm enjoying bringing all of this, excitement to your lives, and you can not think about the wars of the world and, the state of our economy and everything else that's just wrong in the world we live in today. And it's so nice to be able to escape, not into drugs, not into alcohol, escape with a good book. It's nothing better than that. So let's get to chapter 19, okay? A middle aged woman with short, blonde hair consoled Ernest and led him away from the casket. It was Paola's mother who realized that this weeping stranger could only be Ernest. She felt he really did love and care for her daughter after all. The grief stricken man, whom she loathed from across the seas simply because he was married, touched her. But now she loved him as if he were her son. They embraced each other and cried. The only thing they had in common was their love for Paola. Ernest handed her an envelope stuffed with enough money to cover funeral expenses, and she was speechless. Once the casket was interred into the earth, Ernest hastily departed the chapel grounds. Ernest returned to the motel and entered his room. He filled a glass with vodka and winced in pain as the liquor scorched his parched throat and ignited a fire in his chest. He tossed the glass on the floor and gulped from the bottle as if it were juice. Ugh. His vision blurred, and he ambled over to the bed to lay down. Ernest miscalculated the distance from where he stood to the bed and collapsed on the floor in a drunken stupor, where he remained for the night. The incessant ringing of the telephone and the urgent rap, rap, rap at the door jolted Ernest awake. He stumbled over to the telephone in a disoriented fashion and answered it. The receptionist at the front desk advised him car service had been waiting outside for 10 minutes to drive him to the airport. He dropped the telephone receiver and reached for the bottle of vodka. His cakey mouth covered the open bottle, and he drained the last remnants from it. He threw the bottle at the wall with minuscule energy, and it bounced off and fell to the carpeted floor. Ernest tried to walk in a straight line, but his coordination was off. He stumbled over his feet and fell to the ground with a loud thud. He got to his feet and reached for his bags. Somehow, he made his way to the front desk and signed himself out of the seedy motel. The irate taxi driver honked impatiently. Ernest ambled out of the lobby and plopped himself into the rear seat of the car. He took his first class seat on the British Airways jet and remained aloof to the disapproving stares from flight attendants and passengers. His hair was matted and his clothes were smelly from having urinated on himself while he slept last night. Ugh. He had no recollection of vomiting violently during the night, and his clothes were soiled from dried vomit. Mm. Overnight stubble crowded his smooth face, and his pores reeked of alcohol. Ernest didn't bother brushing his teeth or washing his face before he left the motel, and his stale breath was repulsive to everyone around him. He couldn't keep his bloodshot eyes open and drowsed off before takeoff. He snored obnoxiously for the duration of the flight, and the flight attendants decided it was in their best interest to let him sleep. The plane arrived in London 1.5 hours later, and Ernest shuffled his way through the airport and waited for Geoffrey, his brother, to pick him up. 2 years passed since he had left England, and he looked forward to seeing his little brother again. Ernest meandered clumsily to a newsstand to buy a cup of coffee when his eye caught a newspaper headline. The caption read, TNF founder Mr. Lerwick perished in an accidental fire at his home last night. I'll leave it there. So, thank you for keeping up with me and Gezebel, and more chapters to come. But we're halfway there and I'm enjoying it and hope you're enjoying it too. I wish I could kind of do this all like in course of days, but I have a busy life, so I have to get some chapters in when I can get some chapters in, okay? So I will see you guys in the next chapter. Go on, get this book. Don't let all this effort I'm putting out here go to waste. I want you to get the full benefit of this book. I want you to read it. I want you to share it with friends and family. I want you to laugh. I want you to cry. I want you to just enjoy it as much as I enjoy it, because I know you will. There is something in this book for everyone, whether you're a grandmother, a mother, father, sister, brother, cousin. It's all in here, and it just taps into the human psyche and just different personalities, and it's just so wonderful. And like I said, I'm enjoying bringing it to you. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next chapter. Thank you. See the links below, click on them, go get the book so you can get the full story. Okay, bye.